What's up, everybody? It is I, Hatha, the all-purpose oracle, medium at large, and prognosticator extraordinaire, known to the world as the Blind Seer. Back at you with the conclusion of this week's elemental sign videos. I didn't get them out last week. I almost finished with these. I bribed the kids to have the time to do this. I'm sorry that I can't always maintain the schedule and the regular content. Sometimes my kids need my attention more. I am a single father. That will happen from time to time. It will not be the last time by any means. And there's some weeks where all I have time for is the work that I'm being paid for and not so much the free stuff that I post everywhere. So I'm sorry for that. I'm going to get them out every chance that I get, but sometimes it's just not possible. So we're going to do water signs, and we're going to finish up this week's videos and get these posted as quickly as possible. My favorite deck got ruined. My beautiful Prisma Visions that I love so very much, and it's like a $60 tarot deck that I bought with money I made doing readings, so it may be a while before I can replace that, unless people, donate or buy any readings or help me out with that. Hint, hint. Anyway, so I'm back to using the basic Rider-Waite deck that I started the page with, but it doesn't make much of a difference because the way I read, I'll get the same reading no matter what deck I'm using. It's not about the artwork or the cards themselves. It's about what the information that the tarot is based on and the structure underneath why the cards are what they are. So I can work with any tool. It doesn't matter. I'm going to do our shuffle real quick. Alright, get our pendulum. So, what we want is whatever reading will be the most beneficial for the water signs in the audience, the water signs in the lives of anyone watching, for my business, for my channel, and for everyone involved. To the left again. Everyone has been to the left today. I do 15 tarot readings in a row is a lot, guys. Forgive me if I'm always a little drained by the time I get to the water signs. I try to pace myself so that I can give you guys my full effort, and I apologize. I really ought to start alternating the order I shoot these in. But anyway, I'm going to start with Cancer. The Emperor inverted. So, things have not been great up until now. Things seem to be unfair. Maybe there's a lot of different ways to read the Emperor. One is like you don't feel like you're in control of your world and your life and the situation that around you. And the other is that like men in positions of power or authority who abuse that position and use it for their own advantage and don't really care if it hurts anyone. So it sounds like maybe a really negative experience, a lot of pain and hardship and fighting with difficult people and just a really hard journey that left you feeling like you lost some of your power. You have the Seven of Wands inverted. So you're at a position in life where you're trying not to think too much about what you want and just live in the moment. That maybe all of the stuff that you've been through, like that Emperor inverted, all that feeling of powerlessness and the abuse from people of authority in positions of power that you trusted, has given you this I've been through that myself, so I kind of understand that. Like after a while, it leaves you in this position where you just feel hopeless and you're afraid to want things, and you just kind of go on autopilot and let things be whatever they are, because you don't want to get your hopes up about things and then get hurt again. Because that's the last thing anyone wants to do is repeat that kind of trauma. The Hanged Man. You've gained a lot of wisdom from the things that you've been through, and if you embrace the power that has come to you through these lessons, and you use the things that you have learned and the wisdom that has come to you through your suffering, you'll be able to avoid repeating any of that, and things will be different for you from now on. You've reached a point where you've kind of caught on to what's what. You can see through a lot of the bullshit, and if you use that, you'll be able to make better choices and recognize things that should have been warnings before that you wouldn't have seen. And, if you try something new and you try it in a way that's different, you will get different results than what you've gotten before. So if you make decisions based on the wisdom you've gained and you follow your heart and recognize when something feels different and don't pursue anything that doesn't, then I think you'll do very well. Like, you're taking your power back, Cancer, and you're using the emotional lessons and the trauma that you've been through as a way of reshaping your destiny for yourself. And if you can take control of that power and use that wisdom, you will be able to avoid having to go through any of that stuff again, because you'll see it from a mile away. And I really, really wish you the best of luck with that, Cancer. Take what you've learned and apply it to everything that comes your way, and you will avoid having to repeat any of the things that you've been through in your past. Trust your gut. Trust your feelings. You guys are so powerful when on an emotional level. Like, you are the sign of the emotional sphere. So if anyone should be listening to their heart, it is definitely Cancer. We're going to move on into Scorpio. The Wheel of Fortune. Scorpio, you feel that you are lost to the winds of fate, that your situation is out of your hands, and that things are beyond your control right now. Greater forces than you are at work in your life. Death inverted. This is something that is change is supposed to be occurring, and for some reason it's not. Maybe you're resisting it. Maybe you haven't recognized what it is that needs to be changed yet. But the reason things feel out of your control, and the reason that things seem to be moving in a way that you can't predict, is because you are supposed to be changing with the times, my friend. Scorpio tends to be very like, self-centered isn't the word. It's not the same as like the way Leo can get a little oblivious to the outside world. Scorpio is more of like a brooding, very intense, like, you guys, you kind of miss the cues sometimes. Like, you don't mean to. It's just that intensity, that laser focus that Scorpio is known for, makes you kind of look past anything that isn't right in front of you and what you're trying to do in the moment. So there's a change that's supposed to be happening. There's something in your life that you're supposed to be making a transformation in, and you're not doing that right now, Scorpio. The Queen of Cups. You're not going to be able to get that emotional fulfillment and bring about that feeling of reward and control and stability that you're looking for until you figure out what it is that needs to be changed. This should be a very fulfilling time for you. You should be enjoying yourself, and the fact that you feel like something is off and things are out of your control shows that something in your situation is blocking that. The Queen represents the full moon phase, and in the Suit of the Cups, that is like emotional fulfillment, like the peak of enjoyment and the expression of what it is you're feeling in your heart. And that's being blocked right now by whatever transformation isn't occurring that needs to take place. So Figure out what it is in your life that is keeping you from being able to fully express these emotions and find the fulfillment that you need. And do whatever it takes to change that, Scorpio. Use that laser focus of yours to fix this problem. And I think you will do just fine. And you will find that you are back in control of your situation. And I wish you the best of luck with that. We're going to do Pisces. Then we're going to call this a wrap. I'm going to start uploading. It'll take forever, but that'll be it for this week. And I'll at least have that done. So, home stretch. We have the Knight of Swords for you, Pisces. So, you had you were thinking about doing something new. You had some new inspiration, some new mental energy come in, but it was cut short before it could really become anything. You thought you might do something or that things were going to go a certain way, but it didn't really fully manifest, and it feels like something has interrupted the buildup of that energy. The Queen of Swords. Right now, you are in the middle of something. It seems like maybe you were in the middle of a project and then got sidetracked and that didn't pan out, and now whatever it was you were already doing has reached its climax. That, like I said, the Queen is the full moon phase, so this is mental energy. So this is like whatever idea that you've been working on or whatever mental energy that you were putting your efforts into, it's come to fruition right now, and it's peaked, and that's taking precedent over whatever this new inspiration and this new thing that you thought you were going to be doing. Like, you're spread too thin. You're trying to do two things at once. You need to pace yourself, Pisces. That finish one thing before you start another. But fortunately for you, Pisces, Five of Pentacles, there's not going to be any real conflict with this. These two things are not going to cancel each other out. You'll be able to accomplish both, but just as a general rule, don't do that, man. Like, don't stop in the middle of one thing to start another. Finish what you're doing first. Don't divide your attention, because then you're dividing your power. If you give your entire effort to one thing till completion and then move on to the next, it takes less time and effort, and it's a lot less strain on you. So while you are going to be able to accomplish this, and I don't foresee any complications or any obstacles in your path, meaning that the thing that you're doing right now isn't going to really conflict with the new thing that you're trying to do. However, don't do that to yourself anymore. You deserve better than that. Don't spread yourself so thin. Put your full effort into what you're doing. Give it your full attention until you're finished, and then move on, because that gives you room to breathe and to take a little break in between and to reset. And it's multitasking isn't really the virtue that everyone thinks it is. It's really just a way of dividing your potency. So put all of yourself into what you're doing, Pisces, and pace things out. Don't start something new before finishing something that you're already working on. I wish you the best of luck with that. I think that's it for this week. I really hope that these videos were helpful. If you enjoyed these and you would like to toss a coin to your seer, there are plenty of links in the description where you can find out ways to do that. If you can check those out while you hit the subscribe button and hit the like button, and while you're down there subscribing to my channel, be sure to hit the little bell icon next to the button so that you get notifications whenever I post new videos. You can check me out on Facebook at Real Blind Seer, or Instagram at Blind Seer Official. Blind Seer Official, yeah. So Facebook is at Real Blind Seer, Blind Seer Official on Instagram. You can check out my photography, the weekly and monthly readings that I post, all of the great content. I put different things on every platform, so be sure to check it all out. I really hope that these readings were helpful, and I hope that you enjoyed them, and I really hope that I will see you next time. It's getting dark, so I'm going to call this a wrap. Bye.